Welcome back, guys, to the Out of Context podcast. We're doing it again. Got my boy Jaskar here, Jeremiah, Nate. If you want, Jeremiah, you could talk about.
You want to explain it again?
Yeah, explain it. Explain it. Yeah, you got it.
We already did the intro like twice and it fucked up. So, but if you guys are watching now, you're gonna notice that this is a little shorter podcast than usual. It's come to my attention that a lot of people don't watch because or they don't stay to watch, or they don't even like begin to even click on the video because it's like very long, I guess. So we're going to try using 20-30 minute segments from now on because a lot of y'all motherfuckers got some ADHD and shit. But
that's the point of a podcast.
Yeah, even though it's the point of the podcast, but and it'll come out more consistently. So it'll be like 2-3 episodes a week maybe.
Yeah.
If I get right on it. But yeah, today's topic, we're actually going to be talking about what it takes to be a man in today's world. So I'll bring it to you guys, okay? That's a clip. So I'll bring it to you guys.
All right.
What does it take to be a man? Start off with you, Imano.
Yeah. Okay.
Very prominent father figure in your life.
I mean, yeah, no, I do have one. But as for what it takes to be a man in this world, and there's so many things that I gotta start with this. There's so many things that just kind of discards people from becoming men in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always this saying men ain't shit that derives from from the other side, gender wise.
You mean women?
Yes, women. And I really don't like that saying because it's typically when they're talking about men ain't shit, it's
you're not really talking about men.
You're not really talking about men. Yes, you know what I'm saying? You would say that you're scared of men, for example, and there would be a pedophile in the streets, right? You would be like, yo, watch out, there's a man out there taking kids. No, nigga, he's not a man.
No, that's not a man.
That's something else, man.
That's man.
That's not, no. You know what I'm saying? So it's just in my eyes, there's so many requirements besides just having a dick to becoming a man. You know what I'm saying?
No, I like that answer. Just like with females.
Yeah.
There's many whatchamacallit, not requirements, but female isn't considered I don't know how do I explain that.
A woman is not considered a woman.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. A lot of y'all are lame. Just like there's a lot of lame dudes out there.
Mhm. Yeah. How about you, Jessica? How do you see it?
I'll ask you a question first.
Yeah.
What is a man in your eyes?
I feel like they have to be at most you have to be respectable kind of. You can't go around and I don't know, do things that make people seem less of you.
Okay.
To be a man, you can't be out here sounds a little feminist, but you can't be out here disrespecting women and stuff like that. You can't people who hit women, not a man.
Okay.
You know,
like that.
Shit like that.
What about you?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it.
Men.
What? Go ahead.
No, you go. You go.
Why don't you go?
No,
that was me. I was gonna say something.
Yeah, no, Nate, I had something, but after you, bro. Come on, because you gotta talk your sense.
Well, yeah, I agree with Josh. I feel like it begins with the respect part about it, the way you treat people, and pretty much being a leader, I guess you could say. When you step in a room and people look at you, they can tell that you're proud to be a man, and you're able to take charge in certain situations. And the same way you demand respect from other people, you also show the same respect. That's the only way you're gonna be able to get it in return. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't just think they should respect you without you giving it out first. And you should be able to how can I say this? Basically take charge in any situation, I think.
Okay.
Do you think what it takes to be a man is to always try to thrive to be the most dominant in the room?
No.
The loudest, the
No.
the strongest.
I feel like the more a man A real man in my eyes, well, for today's world, I guess, he doesn't show emotion.
Huh.
Like, whether that's anger or sadness, a real man doesn't show it. Think about it. You're in a room, right? You get into a fight. You see two guys get into a fight. One guy, he's mad, he's swinging, he's running. The other guy's calm, protected. It's not that serious, man. Which one are you gonna respect more?
Definitely the quiet one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna respect the dude that just let his emotions get the best of him.
Yes.
As a man, today's world, you can't let your emotions control you.
But see, like the way that social media sees it, it's completely the opposite from you. Instead of not showing emotions, they want you to show emotions.
Nah, that's
sense.
cap.
Yeah.
Because once you show emotions, then that becomes a problem.
And they think you're weak.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My issues with that is kind of like how you would see like fatherhood, for example. Like you, growing up, you always like start to wonder like, I haven't really seen my dad cry. Yeah, that's a question that we
And
all
if you
have.
have, that shit broke you.
Yes, like it.
'Cause you're like, you're not supposed to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, but like over time, like at first I thought like, nah, that's just not healthy. Like if I saw my dad cry, like of course I'm like be cool with it because at the end of the day, like I want him to be open with me. But at the same time, growing up, like him not ever crying around me was a sign of strength because I was the one that was dependent. I was depending off of him, and so like
if he broke down, now you're looking at him like,
yes, like who
can't protect me?
Yeah, like it's like now, what's my barrier? Me?
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like the same thing goes with like relationships as well. Is because like girls like, oh, I find it cute and stuff when like my boyfriend cries and stuff. Yeah, like I always like when they open up. But the thing is that as soon as you realize you're like genetically engineered to want somebody that can protect and provide.
And as soon as that person opens up, now you're gonna look at them a little different.
Exactly. Because now like if it happened once, it's probably gonna happen again, and then once it happens again, you realize that this is just not interesting because it's just like now it's not looking too secure the future. But anyways, yeah, it's just like I feel like it is cap because it's the same thing the way that they always try to use like zodiacs and stuff like that to make it seem like somebody's the one or something like that. It's you only say that you want something until you realize it's not what you want, and they seem to never.
It's right there in your face, and you're like, wait a second.
It's funny because even when it's right there in their face, they still don't realize that's not what they want. It's just like, no.
I agree.
It's the same reason why a lot of dudes end up being like just friends or like close friends
just
or whatever.
Friends or like the females put them in that situation.
They put them there.
Why is that?
Because in my eyes, the female knows that there's no secure future with the guy. You know what I'm saying? So what they do is just like have him there as a bestie because it's just like, okay, for as of right now, I can just drop my load on you. As of right now,
emotional support.
Yeah, all it is that for now I'll just hold you here.
He's saying y'all females are using men,
and you can't deny that. You know what I'm
that
saying?
That definitely happens.
Yeah,
all the time.
You can't deny that.
Wait, for the guy that doesn't show emotion, like
what happened?
For the guy that doesn't show emotion, that's the person.
No, for the guy that does show emotion. They just keep on putting that baggage because he's accepting it. He's like, let me be your therapist. It's like. It's free therapy, and plus you're not interested. If you think
about this, right, and you think about how the cycle works now, it's like remember you said in the beginning that men ain't shit. So now you have the dude who wants to support you and cares about you and opens up to his feelings about you and shit, and then you friend zone that motherfucker, right? So then you go down to the next dude, right? that you laughing? Can I explain? And then you go to the next dude. What is funny? And then you go to the next dude that doesn't give a shit. And then like how women say, men ain't shit, like, cause you're picking dudes that don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
What's so funny, bro? Why are you staring into the wall?
No, because I can tell you're very passionate.
Nah, don't talk about that. Bitch. But yeah, then the cycle it just continues because it's just like, but like that's just like how you said they're genetically like that's how they are. That's how most women are. We talk about women. You realize that most women is just like we all have the same story about women.
It sucks because it low-key is a feminine trait to keep on wanting to break down and like open up or even take in their baggage, because the reason, in my opinion, the girl likes the guy that's toxic and stuff is like that is because girls like to fix dudes. You know what I'm saying? And as a guy, you should never want to fix a girl because it will never work. Same thing with a girl. If the guy is broken, it's like you may try, but at the end of the day, he has to fight his demons on his own. You know what I'm saying? But since it's a feminine trait, they're okay with that, and they keep on trying to find that. You know what I'm saying? They keep on trying to find that fix because they think it's there, but it's never there. So it's an endless cycle for them as well. That just keeps on occurring because it's like they're never gonna fix the person.
You don't think
as well.
dudes try to fix females?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a victim of that once before, and
definitely, I was
like,
too.
yeah,
That
just
happens.
like if that's happening to you right now, just like try to like leave it, dog, as soon as possible because it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. But yeah,
I'm not speaking from experience.
from experience, man. From
It's
experience.
not gonna work.
Yeah, but I learned like to be a real man, you gotta be able to like express it no matter the outcome. Cause
No, of course.
no matter the outcome, you gotta be able to.
But you
control
can
yourself
express
or, like,
it.
accept it.
But like
The
it's not that you
result.
can't express it. It's like it's how you express it. Like you can't be bitch made about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't cry over it. You just got to tell them as serious as possible and as controlled as possible. Like listen, this is what's going on. This is how I feel about this. You don't
Yeah.
respect it. You can't fuck with that. Then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like it when you look at the movies and stuff like that, like as we've grown up or whatever, men in movies have always never cried, and if they did cry, it's because of three things: because somebody died, or because of like, the fuck when they never cry. You know what I'm saying? So it's, like, so it's just like that's it.
Yeah,
or if
most of
it's
the time-
vengeance or something
Nah, it has
like
to
that.
be something real bad.
It has to
like
be
their
something-
wife or their daughter died.
Yeah,
Like their
or
wife
somebody
took that,
gets
the
taken
kid.
or something. Yeah. So it's just like that's the
It's
only
very
time you
extreme.
cry, and it's because of that. And even through that, the reason why we respect these men is because they hold these men values so strong in such a
In movies, though.
fiction way. You
In
know what I'm saying?
movies.
Yeah, because it's just like
Like they show, yeah.
it's unrealistic, but we still strive to
Because you
be
can't.
that
I mean,
way.
you can't
You know
watch
what I'm
a
saying?
movie. Like you're not gonna be able to watch a superhero movie or something with the dude being like Batman. If Batman was like a cuddly guy all the time, it's just like I don't even know. Like
Like
if this man was like breaking down about his parents crying all the time, like it really wouldn't. I mean, about his parents dying and crying about it all the time.
and that's
you,
another
you
point.
lose some type of respect for it. It's just like, come on, bro.
Because the way that he carries that weight, instead of just breaking down and
Yeah.
stuff, you see it in his
Yeah.
face at all times, but he doesn't fucking
Yeah, he doesn't
let it
show
out
it.
or anything like that.
As a man, you gotta use your pain as a weapon.
And it's just like, I'm sure women, when they watch those movies and stuff like that, and they see these men, they like it. You know what I'm saying? They're attracted to
yeah.
that idea. You know, the idea, of course.
Yeah, I mean,
It's-
women don't want men that show emotion.
But then for some reason, in real life, it's just like, no, that's not what I
They all
want.
act for it, and then when they get it, they're like,
yeah.
Mm.
I don't know.
Being a man is hard nowadays. It takes a lot. On happy what is it? Men's Month, Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
That's this month?
That's this month, right? Is it not this month?
No, it's Pride
I
month.
wouldn't
Though.
know. I don't know when they cared about.
There's
You know.
multiple things at the
There's
same
multiple
time.
times.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's men's mental health, but I mean, if it's not, men's mental health on top anyway. So
Yeah.
why you laugh?
I'll tell you, it sounded like you meant like on top of Pride Month.
Yeah.
No, I mean I kind of agree with it because hold on,
Yeah.
because technically there are more men out there than there are gay
I mean,
people.
you think they'll put women's mental health over gay? I mean, I was gonna say gay month, Pride month. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
women like being the center of attention.
Yeah, we know that already. Being a man is hard, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of weight on your shoulders to carry, man. Can't express feelings. You gotta work. You gotta make sure you're right, and whoever you're with, you gotta make sure they're right. It's a lot of work being a man. Respect to all the fathers out there.
Big respect for all the fathers out there. I'm sorry.
Was it not like having a father figure in your life, Jessica?
Um,
What do you think? You think your dad could have, or you think you could have had a father? Like, what do you think it would be like for them to show you the ways of a man? I guess. Or
like who? Him?
Or who did
like
you?
someone else?
Or who did you like? Did you have anyone there to like?
Yeah.
No. So how'd you figure it out?
You?
Are you still figuring it out? Nah, don't say me, bro. You're gonna make me cry.
No,
I can't
I'm
cry.
serious.
Damn,
Let's see.
And that took a while because I didn't know you since I was like a child.
that's true.
Huh.
How do you think your life would be different if your dad played a bigger role in your life? What do you think he could have done better?
I don't know. Just like the dad things. Like, I don't know. Like, throw a ball at me.
I'm sorry, what? Okay.
I don't know. I feel like I could do like normal things that people like, more normal skills that they have. Like I could have developed them sooner, I guess.
You think your mom never showed you anything like that, or
Like manly things, no.
Do you think it's because she didn't have time to, or do you think it's just because
she didn't have the skills?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think she just didn't have it?
I see that because like I remember you telling me that you didn't do things like baseball and stuff like that because of the fact that like was it because nobody pushed you to do it and stuff like that? If I remember correctly.
Something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like I know he liked it, but he never showed me, so it was like, I guess it's not worth trying.
Would you consider your dad a man?
No.
I like that answer.
Me too.
A real man takes care of his business and his kids.
100%.
Even if they don't have money, at least have time. You always have time.
But like, I don't know. It'd be sad though.
What you mean?
I feel like I care about him more than he cares about me.
That's alright, man. It's not bad.
I feel like even if I was like 20 something, I'd be hoping that like one day he want to do those things.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's
Yeah.
alright, bro. You're with the guys.
Truly.
Took a detour.
Nah, I got real deep. What's it like with your father?
What's it like with my father?
Yeah.
I mean, with mine, it's the type of relationship where it's just like, you know, he came from like a third world country, obviously, right? So he's just like,
Don't
all
say
right.
obviously, like everyone knows this.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, anyways, it's just like he made a lot of mistakes and stuff like that when he first came here and stuff because, you know, the people that he was revolved around and stuff like that and stuff. And during those times, shit was rough. And so he's just trying to, like, make sure I don't repeat those mistakes. And by doing so, he comes off, like, overbearing a lot of times. But that's not really something I can blame him for because, you know, he tells me this all the time where he's just like, you know, you hate it now, but give it a couple years, you're going to, like, appreciate me for this. Like, when I'm gone and stuff like that. And shit like that always makes me tear up. And I always, like, snap into it. And I always realize, like, shit, he's right, you know? But it's just, like, at the same time, the way I'm thinking now, I still want to have control of how I'm thinking and stuff because it's just, like, am I gonna be my own man or am I gonna be his reflection of a man at the end of the day? And I always fight with that. Yeah.
I mean, there's not really much to fight about. It's your life. You live it how you want it.
Man.
I mean, your dad could, you know, play a big role, or like in Jaskar's case, your dad can't play a role. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's still your life.
Yeah.
You're still gonna do what you think is right. And you should do that.
Yeah. That is true.
Yeah. As a man, we're forced to deal. As a man, we're forced to deal with a lot on our own. Even like this, we all have each other here, but it's just like at the end of the day, it's like we just have ourselves. We're gonna go home. We're gonna lay on our beds tonight, and we're just gonna be by ourselves with our own thoughts, and we just have to deal with that ourselves.
Yeah.
We're not gonna tell each other 100% of everything we think, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know, that's hard for us too.
That's why we go to the gym.
That's why we go to the gym.
Get Aki.
Truly.
Yeah. Men have to figure out ways, like, because it's just like, especially in society, like, you know, like we were just talking about, it's just like we're looked as we're weak when we express ourselves, and like no matter how much we're like, nah, that's not true, that's not true. It's like you still feel it, you know. Like, when was the last time you guys cried? Do you remember? I was just talking about Nate about this.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
I remember.
I'm not gonna lie. I cried earlier to Top Gun. I definitely did.
All right, you cried to a movie, bro.
Yeah.
We were sitting right next to you.
I was bitching in that right seat.
Maybe you might not be.
y'all didn't see me, but I was.
He was cuddled up.
I had like two like perfect tears go at the same time.
You cried to a movie, bro.
I cry to movies naturally.
Nah,
I always
that's
do.
bad.
I cry.
You know what? It's alright, bro.
The
I
mo-
don't even think there's anything cry worthy.
Yeah, what was cry
I've
worthy?
never cried.
Like, what happened in the movie? Where
Top Gun.
They never died, but I thought they did. It makes no sense because they always blame me because like they fucking eject off the scene,
Alright,
so
bro,
I'm
we
just
don't need
like,
spoilers here, but
Yeah,
Okay.
It just came out.
God.
fuck. But like, still, like, okay.
Yeah, that's like me.
anyways.
I don't remember the last time I cried.
Movie. I only cried during movies. Really, I don't recall the last time I cried naturally.
Alright, bro,
I had to cover my ass there.
okay, bro. Remember the last time you cried? You remember? You say you remember?
Yeah.
What was it about?
It was really bitchy, but like, I thought. Oh, this brings it back to the father thing, low key.
Mhm.
Okay, so you remember when I called you and I needed you to take my cat, right?
Yeah.
The next day, I was like crying.
Because you thought you was gonna lose your cat?
No, because I was
Oh.
like, I wonder how he feels, and I was like, I didn't want him to feel like I abandoned him.
Damn. Nah, that would hit different.
Damn.
Yeah.
That kind of hurts.
And I was
Yeah.
like, even if I do give him the germ, I'm like, he thinks I just like gave up on
Are
him.
you
or
watering?
something.
Are your
Yeah,
eyes
like,
watering
it's-
now? Oh.
Because I can still have to give him.
Yeah. Damn, that sucks. Nah, that one sucks. That's more understandable though. I mean, at least it's not a
Because I had him
movie.
when he was like this big.
At least it's not a movie. I mean, at least it's like
Top Gun is crazy. They were just flying.
shooting missiles. Nah, okay, that's understandable. Damn. Nah, I don't remember the last time I cried.
I feel like those tears turn into like anger, at least for me. Like,
What,
if
your
I wanna
tears?
cr-
When
yeah,
you
like
cry?
if I want to cry, no, if I want to cry, I don't let the tears out. It just like builds up, and,
You got a real
and it just
man
feels
over
like a
here.
whole bunch of anger goes inside.
Damn.
Sometimes it's a bad thing because I've been told without realizing it, like, oh, I don't know where you get all this anger from. Like, nobody else in the family is like this, and like,
They be telling you that?
yeah,
I hate
Damn.
people
and
from
like I
there.
don't know.
Mhm.
I guess I can't see it because I'm not like on the outside looking in, but like in my mind, I don't know. It's like hard to, how can I say, like, it's like I'm fighting it on my own basically. You know what I mean? Like you can tell them in words as much as you want, but like they won't really like
They're never gonna
fully
understand, because they're
understand.
not you.
exactly. So that's why like
Yeah.
like everybody knows about the gym, but like back to the gym though, that's where I really like let everything out. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? That's why I feel like a different person when I leave there.
Mhm.
Because I feel like I can just let everything out when I'm in there.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. That was me today.
Yeah. Because I
Makes
don't have to
sense.
tell you. I don't have to tell you anything when I can just like battle it on my
Mhm.
own.
Yeah. I get tired of expressing myself.
Mm.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Like, it's just like, I don't know. It's like you express yourself so much and then like people don't really get it. And it's just like, bro, what's the point of expressing myself? And then like you feel like a pussy afterwards. Because it's just like, now you express yourself, no one listened.
Mhm.
Now it's just like, alright, I'm gonna just turn up.
No, but I'll be honest. After like, before a certain situation, I was a very emotional person. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't scared to.
I mean, we all were.
Yeah.
I would think. Like,
Yeah, to like let the emotions out or like express how I feel. Then it comes to a certain point where you feel like it doesn't matter whenever you talk about it,
Mm-hmm.
or like nothing changes at least. So it's like, why say it at all? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think everybody is always emotional. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
like,
I'm saying
even
we all
before,
been
like-
there.
oh, we all been yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying there's like everyone was in a spot before where they just felt like they couldn't control their emotions, and they just
Yeah.
like had to let it out, I guess.
Well, yeah. Well, for me, like it just felt natural. Like it wasn't forced. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like it just happens. Like once you get those feelings, you just break down.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I wanted to say something, cause it mattered to me, so I thought it mattered to them. You know?
You guys,
like that.
this is a bit of a detour, but do you guys like, if you're like in a really deep ditch in your life,
Ooh, I was
you know
just
what I'm
talking about this yesterday.
yeah, if you're like in a really deep ditch in your life and like you see like very limited ways to get back up and stuff like that, do you think it's best to hit rock bottom, or do you think it is better just to like maintain course and like try to like find the way back?
What does that mean?
Wait, I need like an example.
Like, do you
Yeah.
think,
What is like deep ditch that you can't get out of?
like, I think like, what are you thinking? Okay, but I don't know how to really like place it in like,
A situation.
yeah, in a situation. It's just like, I
You
guess
have to,
like,
though.
for example, like if all of us start like despising one of us, like for example, if all three of us started despising you because of something that you did, for
I like
example,
that.
that would fucking suck. You know what I'm saying? That would fucking suck. I'm sure it would suck for us, obviously, but for you, it would hurt the most, obviously, because it's directed to you. And also, you're the only one that can deal with it now. Now you can't talk to all three of us. You know? So now, like, now that you're by yourself and you're stuck with your thoughts and stuff like this, do you try to just, like, keep it pushing? And maybe things will, like, come through and, like, find out? Or do you just kind of, like, isolate yourself until, like, you can find yourself and stuff like that? Which route do you think is better?
Well, the route I've chose before was isolate myself, and then
Do you think that worked better
do
for
what
you?
do. But I mean, at this point, it's just like, if you guys despise me, so this is like what I'm. So
Like,
you
the
guys
thing,
just,
it was your fault.
you
It
guys
was-
just don't want to fuck with me no more then.
Yeah, like, the thing was your
So
fault.
what do I
did
do?
something
You
that
did
So what do I
something.
do in that situation?
Yeah, that made us not fuck with you.
Well, I mean, obviously first you try to fix it, but if that don't work and like you guys just actually despise me,
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta turn up.
I mean, you wouldn't have a choice.
Like it's just like now you're just isolated. So now you just gotta do both. You isolate yourself, and you figure out what you gotta do. Like you move on with your life.
Uh-huh.
Cause the thing about it is like, you never want to depend on anybody.
That's
Like
true.
we talked about this before. Like you never want to depend because someone cuts you off or because a couple people don't fuck with you no more. That doesn't give you the right to just fucking stop whatever you wanna. You just stop whatever the fuck's going on in your life.
Uh-huh.
Like you don't just stop fucking. Like if I'm making videos or something, I'm not gonna stop making videos now. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like if I'm fucking working, I'm not gonna stop going to work. Like it's just like at that point you're just like, fuck. Like all right, square one. Let's just take it from me, and the future's gonna hold what the future holds. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel
So
like
you just
gotta
keep
go
it
with the
pushing.
flow.
Just go with the flow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I would go with the flow. Cause I seen a video one time. He was basically saying like, all feelings come and go pretty much. So like, if you're in a happy point in your life, eventually a sad point is gonna come. But then that sad point is eventually gonna like fade away.
And that's the same thing with people. People come and go. Some people are gonna like we might not all be friends. Like no one knows what the fuck the future got. But like
Yeah.
it's just like you can't just depend on people. You just gotta keep it pushing. You can only depend on yourself, bro. That's it.
Do you think keeping it pushing is probably like one of the top like qualities of a man?
Yeah. If a man could just keep it pushing and not let shit fuck him up, like yeah, maybe it could fuck you up in the inside with your feelings.
Uh-huh.
But if it don't get in your way and like you just like now you feel like your life is meaningless, like after that it's just like what the fuck? I'm saying like too much. When you're a man is like it's more you're more independent. You could go through life without needing people. You could keep it pushing.
Well, I think when you find a purpose, I don't think anything can like.
Nah, not even on a purpose either. It's just like
You know what I'm saying though? Like when you have a purpose though, you don't feel the need to need anyone. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because you know your set goal. Nobody else can see what you want for yourself in the future. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you know what you're striving for, and if they're not gonna be there with you along the journey, then you're still gonna get there just without certain people you thought would be there. But
Mm-hmm.
that goes back to just keeping it pushing.
Keep it pushing. That's it.
Okay. Keeping it pushing.
Yeah. I think you should always just find a way to get back up instead of just letting yourself fall deeper and deeper. Because the more you go down, the harder it's gonna be to get back up.
Yeah, I don't think like you said, like the option to just not do anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's not an option.
That's like when
It isn't an option.
That's never an option.
Because the
Yeah.
feeling of like feeling alone and
Because
stuff.
now you're just gonna
it's
be
gonna- it's
fucking.
gonna pass.
Like, what's gonna happen now? You're just gonna be fucking depressed and shit like the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's just ass.
It's crazy because when you are in a ditch like that, sometimes what you don't realize is that time is still passing. Everything else, since everything seems so bad and stuff, it's just like now you're just like set in this present time, in this horrible time and stuff like that, and then you think like because it's been horrible this whole time, that time hasn't moved. You know what I'm saying? And so then like in a while, once you get to
You're
this
used to
point. No, like after a while, once you get to this point and things start to look up, shit's already like, you're already wasted so much that could have already happened if you just.
Yeah, but you can
kept
waste
yourself
so
up.
much. But
Yeah, time goes
at the
slower
end of
when
the
you
day,
like. going
at the end
through
of the day, it's just like
Mhm.
it still happened. Like if shit is changing, you can't just look back on the past and be like, damn, I just wasted all that time. Because now what's gonna happen? You're gonna waste even more fucking time.
That's true.
Yeah, but I will say it's way easier for us to just say like, oh, just go through it and stuff.
Mhm.
Like you're obviously gonna have to like really evaluate and like go through the
Nah, I think
emotions
it's-
and
I think
stuff
it's
on
easier.
your own.
Hmm.
You think it's easy?
I think it's easy to just keep it pushing. Maybe it's not easy.
No, it's easy to make it look easy
No,
because you're
it's not.
strong.
No. It's not easy to get
It's not
away
an
from the
easy process.
feelings. It's not easy to get away from the feelings. It's easy to keep it pushing though.
The process is not easy, I don't think.
No, I think the process.
Because keeping
is
it
easy, too.
pushing, it comes with the process, like of keeping it pushing.
Nah, I feel like you could let the feelings. You could definitely let the feelings like hurt you.
You can have the feelings there.
Like
and
you
be,
could have the
thinking
the
about it, but you
feelings.
can still
The
do
feelings
what
could
you
be
gotta do.
there, and you could go throughout the whole rest of your life with those feelings. But if you just keep it pushing and you keep working and you're doing what you're doing, that's just easy.
Yeah, but I feel like you need to address them before they end up catching up to you. You know what I mean? Because like you can get to where you want by suppressing those feelings, but
You're
like
not
people
suppressing those feelings though. I'm saying those feelings
that's
could
what
be
you're basically
there.
doing though by saying they're there, but you're not addressing them at the same.
But
you
no
know
one's
what I mean?
saying you're not addressing them. You could address the feelings by, you could
Yeah,
address
that's what I
the
mean.
feelings by not directly thinking about it. Like you could,
You have to think about it to address the feelings.
but you don't though.
So how would you be addressing it then if
Yeah,
you're not
exactly.
thinking
How are
about it?
you if you're not
Bro,
thinking?
you
about
could
it?
go like you don't have to sit there and mope around for days thinking about, oh man, these.
I'm not
feelings
saying
are
that's how you
fucking-"
address them though.
All right, so how would you address them?
Like you actually might have to just go day by day, basically talking to yourself pretty much, or like
Okay. And so what are you doing in this process of you just sitting there talking to yourself? You're just gonna sit on your bed, talk to yourself?
but no, not really. But
All right. So when you go to the
You're
gym,
constantly gonna
when you
have
go to the
battles in
gym,
your head.
wait. When you go to the gym, are you talking to yourself and you're addressing the feelings?
yes,
Are you keeping it pushing?
exactly. Yes.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying you're making.
So
my
the
point.
feelings could be
You're
there.
addressing them while
Exactly.
continuing to
you're-
go.
But that's what I'm saying. Like your feelings could be there, but you could keep it pushing, and it could be easy. As long as you keep it pushing, the feelings are. You can still address those feelings,
There
but
you
not
go.
really address. Like
no,
you
but
don't, I
earlier
don't
he
gotta
was
sit
saying
there and
you don't
mope
have
about
to
it.
address. I didn't say have to mope, but address it in some type of way. Like you said, if I'm in the gym, that's my way of addressing those feelings.
Mhm.
Even though I'm still working out and like physically becoming better.
And
At the
doing what
same
you want to
time-
do because you want to work out.
Yeah, but at the same time, mentally, I'm addressing those emotions, even if it's not like external, it's internal. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like earlier, it made it
But
seem
that's what I'm
like
saying. The feelings, you could still have, like, you could think about the feelings, and you could go throughout your day thinking about those feelings, but like, you could address them by not addressing them with them. If you just keep it going, like, I don't have to sit there and like think about it. Like, if you guys like didn't fuck with me, I don't have to sit there and think about throughout my whole day. Wow, these guys don't fuck with me. These guys don't fuck with me. I could just be like, all right, they don't fuck with me. That's fine, and keep it pushing. And if you want to express that by either going to the gym or me, if I go out and make a video or take some pictures or something, like, then that's how you could address it. But it's just like,
yeah, that's what I meant by addressing. It made it seem like you were saying you don't have to think about them or like even like feel them at all. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying go numb to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's
I'm
what I
just
thought you
saying
were
they
saying.
could. I'm saying they could be. All right, I'll put it like this: they could be there without overwhelming you. I guess
Yeah, there you go.
that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah,
Alright,
you can't
so-
let the feelings consume you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought you were talking about like you gotta sit there. and
No,
gotta
no, you don't
just,
have to sit there
You gotta
and-
stop what you're doing, and you gotta
No.
you gotta just focus on how to get better and stuff.
No, you don't have to journal it or nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like, you can still go to work with those feelings, but in your mind, you know that, like, you're going through it, but at the same time, you still got to do what you have to do,
Yeah,
Mhm.
even though
Okay.
you're dealing with
I
it.
guess I get that.
It's just more internal instead of letting it affect you externally.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Came to an understanding.
All right.
You guys just repeated each other's
Good
sentences
conversation.
for, like,
Yeah.
It's like kind of like.
Listen, it's a strong topic.
Yeah, it is.
How y'all feel about that?
I agree. You could go like you can go to work and have it in the back of your mind, but you're still like doing your thing, making your money. You go work out, boom,
Mhm.
boom. But it's in the back of your head. Like you don't have to.
Because at the end of the day, those feelings.
Therapist, you know.
Cause how I
Yeah.
think about it is those feelings are never gonna away, no matter how much you're gonna sit there and address it. Like, you're still gonna feel some. There's gonna be some part of you that's gonna be like, damn, I fucked that up, or damn, they fucked me up. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like that's never gonna go away, no matter how hard you try. Like that's always gonna be there. There's always gonna be every time.
Even if we become friends again, you're still gonna be like that.
Yeah,
happened
every
in the
time. Like
past.
if I see you guys on your stories, or I'll be like, damn, now these guys fucking hate me because I did some shit. Like that's still gonna be there.
Mhm.
You're never gonna. That's what I'm saying. You gotta keep it pushing. You can never sit down and there's never gonna be a time you can sit down and be like, all right, I'm gonna run through everything I feel. I'm gonna make a plan, and the emotions are all gonna go away. Like
Yeah,
that.
there's no solid plan. You just
Yeah.
more have to accept it.
Yeah, it just has to be acceptance. That's what that's what I meant by my thing. Like
Oh, okay,
you just
yeah,
gotta
you gotta
accept it
accept
pretty
it.
much. That's what I'm saying. It'll be easy. Well, I'll talk personally. For me, it'll be easy because I just accept things for how they are, and I just keep it pushing throughout my
Yeah.
life. Yeah, that's what a real man is to me. A man that could keep it pushing. Accept things for the way they are and not have to change for nobody and keep being that same person that they want to be. That's a real man. That's how we're ending this topic. Any last words?
Um,
Shout out to the fathers.
bada boom, bada bang.
And Father's Day's coming up, I think.